Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Today is Sunday. We have a beautiful Sunday episode for you guys today. Today's crazy thread that we have for today is what was your I'm dating / married to a fucking idiot moment. All right, let's see what idiots you guys have been dating or married to. She thinks that north is always uphill, so prefers to walk south. I just think she doesn't like to walk uphill, if I'm being real with you. I mean, all right. A girl I was dating was making nachos and shredding cheese. She cuts herself and blood gets on the cheese and the shredder. As she gets a Band-Aid, I pick up the cheese, and as I'm throwing it away, she freaks out as now I may have AIDS. Wait a minute. What? She is hard freaking out that I just got exposed to AIDS and I needed to get medical attention. After talking, it turns out she thought AIDS was everywhere. Like any blood outside the body could just magically get it. Her stupidity was a relief. That facts. I was like, bro, and you was dating a girl with AIDS and you didn't know? Like that, that's a little scary, man. That's okay. Woo, wipe a forehead moment. God damn. We served in the U.S. Peace Corps together in Uganda. One day, it was really sunny out, like we lived within 50 miles of the equator sunny. She says, the moon is going to be really bright tonight. I asked what she meant, and she said, since it's so sunny, the moon is absorbing all of the light and will illuminate brighter when it's dark. We argued about this and ended up talking to her mother on the phone. She confirmed her daughter's hypothesis. So I guess you know where she got it from, but again, that doesn't, just because it's hotter during the day does not mean the moon is gonna be brighter. Okay. All right. This one is a bit obscure, but when you go to a hotel to check in, you tell them your full name or at least your last name so they can look you up. The guy I was dating at the time and I had booked a hotel somewhere. We got there. They asked his name. He only gave them his first name, which is generic. What's your full name? Again, gives the just his first name. Sir, we need your full name to look you up. Yeah, but the reservation is under my name, first name here. I had to intervene and tell them they needed his last name because there could be many guests by his first name. I was so shocked that this was not common sense to him. I mean, if they're asking for your full name, just give your full name. What you think this person is gonna look you up and impersonate you or something? Like, bro, if they're asking for your first name, just give the first name. Like, why are you being so difficult? You know what I mean? I can't stand people who are difficult for no reason. It's like, bro, why? Just give the man what he wants and then he can look it up and boom, you guys can move on. Like, that to me would just be frustrating. It would just be like, nigga, for real? Like, what? What are you doing? You know, like, shit. My partner was grunting and groaning at the bin. He said, we need new bin bags. These ones you've bought don't bloody fit. Went over to see what was going on, and he had a roll of small black dog poop bags in his hand with one unfurled, trying to work out why it wouldn't fit the bin. There were bin bags. He had just picked up the wrong roll. Instead of realizing, tried to get a dog poo bag in a bin 50 times bigger. This man had the small doggy poop bags that you put your hand in and you grab the poop and then you pull it out. He tried to put that as a trash bag. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? I bet she looked over at him like, this fucking idiot, man. What is he doing? Hey, god damn it. My now ex-husband legitimately thought that having a hysterectomy meant that your vagina was removed. I learned this when he asked me how women who had a hysterectomy were able to pee. Further discussion led to the realization that he thought that a hysterectomy resulted in a nice, smooth, Barbie-like bump down there. What the fuck? This man was just like, yo, if women get hysterectomies, they just sew that bitch up. Like, he's like, how do they pee, man? If it's just sewed up. Yeah. That is crazy. I bet. I don't know how he's gone his whole life thinking that, though. Like, there's not been a single woman that has corrected him on that. You know, either that or they just thought it was funny and was just like, let's not tell him. I don't know. Ridiculous. He thought potatoes never go bad because his mom always kept a bag in the pantry. I asked him if they ate a lot of potatoes, and he said yes. They have a large family with 6 kids, and it still didn't click. So he just thought the potato bag was infinite. He was just like, yo, we always had potatoes. They never went bad. And it was just like, nah, your mom was just using them and then rebuying potatoes, my guy. You know, that's that whole, you don't know where food comes from kind of thing, where you just think, nah, man, the pantry is just magical. Like, I'll be taking shit out of it all the time, and then stuff just reappears again. It's crazy. Yeah. Like, it's like, come on, man. You kind of got to learn where food comes from, my guy. All right, I dated a guy in college who visited me in my rural hometown and asked what the animals in the neighbor's field were. I said cows, in a you must be shitting me level of disbelief. He proceeded to tell me they can't be cows because cows are black and white and these animals were all brown. I had to pull up Google to prove to him that brown cows existed. I could maybe understand if he had been from a city, but he told me that he was from a rural suburb, not a city, so I guess he was just an idiot. He probably thought they made chocolate milk too. Like, dude, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've never been to a farm or anything like that, but I mean, I know that there's brown cows that exist. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I was one of those kids that thought, oh, that the brown cows make the chocolate milk. I was one of those kids. I ain't gonna cap to you. I thought that, but it's just like, I found that out as a kid. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't find that out. And I mean, a rural suburb, I think a lot of people technically come from a rural suburb, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, if you live an hour away from your most popular city, I would think that is considered a rural suburb, if I'm being honest with you. So I don't really think just because it's a rural suburb, he would know what a cow is. I mean, I think the majority of let's just say Americans, I guess, don't even know what a cow looks like. And if they saw one, they'd be like, that's a cow? And it's like, yeah, that's a fucking cow. So I give him the benefit of doubt. He's probably never seen one. But damn, do your research, man. My husband was feeling unwell and began Googling his symptoms. After a while of silence, he suddenly turns to me in a panic and says, I think I have preeclampsia. Oh, okay. It's a fancy word for testicular cancer. Okay, he thinks he has ball cancer because of what's going on. My guy, chill. You good, man. You good. Like, she probably just gripped them things and was just like, Nah, you good, man. You all right. Chill out. Relax. That WebMD be having you going crazy, man. That WebMD really be having people out here thinking they got crazy shit. They're just like, yo, WebMD said my leg is going to fall off tomorrow. Like, I need some help. Like, people be going crazy on that WebMD. My wife went to the store to get cilantro for our tacos. She came home with parsley Easy mistake. They look similar if you don't look closely enough. I told her she bought parsley. She was convinced it was cilantro. I had her taste it. I showed her the tag on the bundle that said parsley. She reluctantly went back to the store to get cilantro. She came home with another bundle of parsley. Girl, are you not reading the signs? Because where the price is, right above the price, it says what it is. Like, girl, how do you miss that twice? And then on top of that, because you fucked up the first time, why don't you ask a worker like, hey, I bought parsley last time. I need to get cilantro. Which one is it? Like, girl, what do we do? She's walking up in that bitch like, I know what cilantro looks like. What do you mean? Comes back again. He's stupid. He said, I love this woman, but this moment I was questioning everything about her problem-solving skills. The good news is she has never brought home parsley again. Yeah, because she probably read the sign, or she probably asked somebody. You crazy, man. All right. My boyfriend refused to eat basil I had bought from the grocery store because it was a full plant. What? Nigga, what? Okay. I was keeping it outside, and he insisted that he would not eat dirty food. I asked where he thought farmers kept produce, and he said that they have special areas for food to grow that was sterilized, but my plant was not food grade. I just looked at him with a dumbfounded look. I didn't know how to respond. I'd be like, nigga, you understand I bought this at a grocery store, right? Like I didn't go drive out to fucking the middle of nowhere, pick this shit out of the ground, and bring it home. I bought it at a grocery store. And I would love to think that a grocery store would sell me something that's edible. Don't you think? You know? Like think about that a little bit, you know? Like I don't think the grocery store is selling you inedible food, brother. Like, come on, man. What are we doing here? All right. God damn, this one's a long one. Okay. One day, my then fiance was very angry with me without warning and started harassing me over, what are you going to do? How are you going to pay for our wedding? How? Basically accusing me of being broke or having no financial plan. After a wedding day of me, or a whole day, of me wondering what the heck is going on, she finally went through the numbers. According to this wedding magazine she borrowed from her friends, the average cost of a $200 guest wedding in Tokyo was $80,000 or so. And I did not have that kind of money, like, at all. And then I had to literally sit her down and use pen to paper to prove how much our wedding is costing, since I insisted it won't be as much. How much is the venue ceremony rentals? $2,500. How much is the meal going to cost per guest at the hotel restaurant? $50 to $70. And how much are the hotel rooms we're paying for? $150 a night. And how many people are attending the wedding? 13 people. All said and done, our whole wedding was going to be about $4,500 to $5,000, and we knew this. But after reading one magazine article about mega weddings in Tokyo, my fiance convinced herself that ours had to cost that much too. That is ridiculous. $80,000 on what, bruh? Like, what are we doing? Spent nearly 2 days stewing and angry with me before even explaining this was the reason for her hostility. She was easily influenced by influenced like this by anything. Friends' comments, overhearing old ladies' conversations on the train, clickbait news online, etc. And no, I did not go through with the wedding. Took me a long time to admit that her stupidity wasn't a charm point, but weaponized incompetence by an abuser. Ooh, yeah, see. Man, yeah. You can't really date seriously women who are just influenced by any little thing possible, and that it sucks because like you could have such a great connection with somebody, you could have find a great person that you vibe with and all that good stuff and jazz. But then it's one of those things where it's like, if they are so easily influenced by everything, it starts way too many problems. It's like, dude, you can have a $5,000 wedding. You're good. You're not Kim Kardashian and all these other crazy bitches. You don't need this shit. You know what I mean? We're having an intimate small wedding, and it should just be about me, you, and our family members. It doesn't need to be about the party, And then on top of that, it's like, she might be one of those people where, she sees a TikTok video and it's just like, if your man is spending more than an hour on Instagram, he's cheating on you. And then she goes home and it's just like counting down the minutes of you being on social media or something like that. And it's just like, you're cheating. It's like, what? No. So I'm looking at funny dog videos. What do you mean? It's just like, oh, sure. Funny dog videos. Let me see your DMs. And you're like, okay, here you go. It's like, oh, you probably deleted them. You know what I mean? Just dealing with that every single day and every time she sees something, that's taxing on a dude. That is extremely taxing on a dude. Call it what you want. You can call it insecurity. You can call it this, that, whatever, and the fourth. But being with a partner like that, there's no future with a girl like that, man. Oh, my God. Like, she needs to figure some shit out. And I get it, There's a lot of times, and more often than not nowadays in relationships, people are hiding shit and doing this and that. But my goodness, if you ain't doing nothing and they're just accusing you of shit all the time, God, ugh. While we were moving, my ex-wife asked me who we needed to contact to change our email address. Oh, okay, that was it. Just change our email address. All right, look, man. I didn't know. Oh, well, hold on. Wait a minute. To change your email address. Oh, okay. I thought they were talking about their physical address, because I've always had trouble finding out how to change your physical address. I figured it out, though. It's all good. All right, don't bash me in the comments, but I figured that out. But to change your email address, girl, just make a new one. Like it's okay. You could just make a new one. That's what's great about emails. Yeah. Okay. All right. I misread that, because I was about to say, changing your email, changing your address, through like USPS and all that kind of stuff. That I couldn't for the life of me figure it out. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I guess this is what you had to do. I didn't know you had to make a USPS account and you had to do all this. And I didn't know, But as far as email address, man, girl, just make a new one. Like, girl, you crazy. Having a discussion with my wife about not using certain Christmas tree decorations because they were glass and we had small kids. Her, they're not glass. Me, they are, though. Her, no, they're not. C, proceeds to drop one straight on the hardwood floor. Smash. Silence. Me, with the deadest straight face I have ever managed in my life, I'll get the broom. And that's why we are still married. The one thing I've noticed about women is sometimes you got to let them fall on their face. You can tell them something all you want, but when they prove themselves wrong and they prove you right by their actions, that then and only then will they come to you and be like, okay, yeah, you were right. And it's like, yeah, I think I was. I told you the Christmas ornaments were made out of glass, but it's okay. Now here's a mop. Go clean it up. I'd make her clean it up. You know what I mean? I'd be like, here you go. Here you go, little stupid. Enjoy that. Because, dude, that's what I've noticed. In my time of dating and living with a woman and all that kind of stuff, you'll tell her something. She will not believe you. But then it's like, okay. And then when it goes bad, you're just like, I told you. Didn't I tell you? Because I told you. Like, sometimes you gotta let them fall on their face. You know what I mean? Like, it's just is what it is. All right. I'm going to do 4 more. My ex thought wind turbines spun because they were powered by electricity. She has since got a degree, and I don't have one, so I'm not sure what that makes me. All right. Well, um, they're called wind turbines for a reason, my love. The wind turns the turbine. The more you know. Doom 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 doom. Just saying. It's like, my husband thought people whistled when they set off fireworks. He didn't realize the fireworks themselves whistled. Why would he think the people would whistle? That's alarming. Okay. So he's just like, for some reason, everybody just all together knows that once it shoots up, they're just like, oh, that's cool. Huh. All right. Though that was one of his more harmless stupidities. Oh, goddamn. But that's weird, though. Like, why would you think that it's the people whistling? Those motherfuckers are loud. But I'm thinking he thinks, like, everybody as a collective or just they all decide to whistle at the same time. I don't know. All right. Ex-wife complained Apple Pay wouldn't work /link or whatever. I suggested she contact Apple support or go down to the Apple store. Kept refusing to go to the store, saying she'd call customer support and go from there. One day while at work, she texted me asking where I get iTunes gift cards. Already a red flag. Why do you need those? I asked. She stated to me that Apple support is requesting the codes so they can verify funds. Oh no. Oh no, that's a scam, girl. I told her it's a bad idea, it's a scam, and to just go to the Apple store. An argument broke out and nothing was discussed further. I get home that night and noticed 8 $100 iTunes gift card holders in the kitchen. Oh no. I asked her if she sent the codes to anyone, in which another argument broke out. She said she posted in a Apple support thread, and an anonymous user replied to her telling her to call this number, obviously unaffiliated with Apple. Some say her Apple Pay still doesn't connect to this day. She got, bro. Damn, she got. In the most stupidest. And see, this is where you as the husband should have stepped in and been like, babe, I will take care of it. Knowing it's a scam and knowing she's not willing to do this, I would have just been like, look, I'll go to the Apple store. I'll get it all set up for you, and I'll come back, and your Apple Pay will be working great, and everything will be fine. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you can't leave someone to their own devices. You kind of got to step in and like hold their hand or do it for them, because they will fuck up, and they'll fuck up tremendously. And you as the husband, you should have just handled it for her. Instead, you guys lost $800, not only because of her stupidity, but because your lack of willingness to jump in there and actually help her. I would have just, because that's probably why she went to that forum. That's probably why she did all the dumb shit she did, because she looked at it like, well, if he's not going to help me, then I'm just going to do it on my own. And it's like, you should have jumped in there, man. You should have jumped in there, bro. Oh, $800. God damn, even my wallet is hurting. God, all right, we're going to do 2 more. I bought fresh broccoli, and my husband asked why I got such one huge broccoli and not the normal smaller ones. He thought broccoli naturally come in bite-sized florets. I always thought that too until I started grocery shopping for myself, and I was just like, you son of a bitch. I did not know that broccoli didn't come in the little tiny broccoliets or whatever, that it all comes in one fucking big ass stem thing, and you just pull off, and that's how broccoli is in the I didn't even know that until I started buying groceries myself, and I'm over here asking people like, hey, where do you get broccoli? And they're like, oh yeah, and I'm like, no, I'm talking about like the little broccolis, and they're like, no, yeah, that's it right there. And I'm like, what do you mean? This is a fucking miniature tree. Like, what am I gonna do with this? And they're like, no, see, you just pull it off, and then it makes little broccolis, and you're like, oh, okay, damn, I felt stupid as hell in the store. I was sitting there like, huh, huh. And mind you, I didn't figure that out till I was like maybe 27, 28. So I felt dumb as hell. I was just like, oh, okay. All right, cool then. Cool then. I guess that's how broccoli's made. You know, I didn't catch that episode on how it's made. You know, like shit. All right, this is our last one. On a camping trip, she was worried about parking the car on the grass because she thought the grass was going to grow, puncturing and flattening the tires. Girl, you crazy. Girl, you crazy. Grass is going to pop your tires. Grass. Girl, oh my goodness. Oh, bless her soul, man. Oh, bless her soul. Like, she don't know. She don't know. Oh, my goodness. That's funny. That's funny. Like, I get it. I get it. It's called Blades of Grass, but it's like, nah. It's okay. That tire is a lot stronger than the grass. You be all right. You'll be all right. But that's going to go ahead and end it for that thread. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that thread. Maybe you guys have some stories of your partner having some stupid or idiotic moments. Or maybe you were the one that had the stupid and idiotic moment within the relationship. I shared mine. I didn't know where broccolis came from. So now you know mine. Hopefully you guys share yours in the comments. But I'm going to go ahead and shoot right on through our announcements for today's show. And then we'll hop into our scenarios for today. I know you guys don't like the announcements, and I try to make them super duper fast. So I will make them super duper fast for you guys. All right, patreon.com/MyLastPodcast. Exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenarios to be featured on Tuesday and Sunday shows. If you're primarily an audio listener, please keep downloading the podcast. It shows us support, and it shows that you guys are coming back and loving the episodes that we're doing on Tuesday, Thursday, as well as Sunday. Go ahead and rate the show 5 stars. It helps out a lot on any platform that you are on. If you want to help on the free 99 side, more of things, go ahead and follow us on TikTok, Instagram, as well as YouTube. If you want the more video side of the thing. I also have to kind of reiterate for the newer people, the Thursday episodes that we do, they have playlists, okay? They have playlists. I've gotten a few comments where they're just looking for the Thursday episodes, and that's it. That's all I want to see. That's fine. They're in playlist, okay? In that sexy little description, no matter if you're on YouTube or if you're on Spotify. It's all good. It's all there. Spotify, sometimes I don't update as normally. I'm keeping on top of it. Don't worry though. But yes, in that sexy little description, there is a link for that. If you're on YouTube, the playlist will be in the playlist section. It'll just be there, and you can check out all those videos. If you are an audio listener though, which honestly the Thursday episodes I would listen to on audio because it is a little better on audio. Just because video, your boy's just kind of listening to the book with you guys, so I ain't really doing nothing. But if you want to see just the Thursday episodes, even if you want to just see the Haunting Adeline stuff that we did, I have an entire playlist for that. I have an entire playlist for the new book that we're going to have. And then I'm also going to have, books that we do in the future will have their own playlist. So that way you guys don't have to try to find those episodes. They'll be in a playlist. I just wanted to get that out there for you guys, because I've had a few comments where they're just like, oh, how do I just find these episodes? How do I just have just these episodes? So I made it easy for you guys. They're in a playlist. They're in that sexy little description down there, and it'll even say it. One link will literally say Haunting Adeline, all episodes. I think it's like 1 through 42, and then it'll say what is it? A Court of Thorns and Roses, all episodes. And then you just click that link. It'll take you to the Spotify playlist I have for it, and then you're all good. All right. So without further ado though, let's go ahead and get into our scenarios for today. Just need to get all that out the way. All right, we got our first one. Am I overreacting by being insulted by my sister not letting me sleep with my girlfriend? Why would your sister not want you to be able to sleep with your girlfriend? All right, let's see. I, 29 male, am going to be in between housing for the summer, and my sister, 23 female, and her husband, 25 male, have graciously allowed me to stay with them for the time being. We have a great relationship, so I'm looking forward to spending time with them. However, my family is religious Christian, and I no longer am. My brother-in-law texted me today saying that while my girlfriend is staying over during that time I am living there, that we should be sleeping in separate rooms.
What?
Okay. He used some religious speech that I have heard many times before, that they would be serving me best by not allowing us to sleep in the same bed, which I take as extremely patronizing. Now, look, I understand maybe you don't want to hear them, doing the ting, if you know what I mean. But I mean, just say that. Just be like, hey, look, man, while you're staying here, like I ain't trying to hear all that. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Like, if that's what he's worried about, because I mean, it's like, if we're just sleeping in the same bed, we're just sleeping. Like, I get it, the sex thing, I get that. I wouldn't want to hear that shit either. But it's a thing where it's like, look, just say that. I don't know. Maybe he has another reason. I don't know. While I know the religious perspective that they're coming from, and that it is ultimately their house, and they are being very hospitable to allow us to move in, I can't help but feel insulted by this proposition. At 18 or even 20, I would understand, but as an adult who basically lives part-time with my girlfriend, I can't help but see this as nothing but ridiculousness. In a situation where I don't agree with something and know that breaking this rule will not be met with confrontation on their part, just quietly accepting this is not easy for me. They're okay with us having sex, drinking, and doing anything else. Wait, so what? Wait, how are they okay with you smashing your girl, but you can't sleep in the same bed as her?
What?
Huh? Ow. Oh, elbow hurt. Because that's what I thought it was. I thought it was a thing where, okay, they ain't trying to hear that sex nonsense. That's cool. Understandable, but they're okay with it. So it's like, huh? That's weird. Because I was trying to justify it. I really was. I'm like, okay, they're religious. Okay, maybe they don't want to do the whole sex before marriage thing or whatever, or they don't want to know that he's having sex before marriage. And that's okay. That's understandable. It's like, all right, that makes sense. Hey, it is what it is. But they're okay with sex. They're okay with drinking and everything else. So what is this hang up on sleeping in the same bed together? Like, I would argue sleeping in the same bed is least of a sin than, I guess, sex before marriage. Or so you would think, but maybe not. Let's see. But apparently this is where they draw the line, which when spelled out even sounds more unrealistic. I'm not sure how I'm going to respond in a way that is genuine. I'm a terrible liar, and I know that my girlfriend will see/take this as a sign that she isn't fully welcome here. I also used to believe my sisters and brother-in-law's beliefs, so I know that their thought process is, and I totally respect the concept of making decisions for your own home. Curious to hear everyone's thoughts. Am I overreacting? I don't think you're overreacting, because I think it's just so weird. Now, if it was the sex thing, if you didn't want me having sex with my girl in your house because you ain't trying to hear all that, you ain't trying to do all that, okay, 1000% I understand. But it's the thing of, you're okay with me having sex with her, you're okay with us drinking, you're okay with us doing all this other stuff, but I can't sleep next to my partner. Now, I understand if this was just some random girl, then it'd be different. I'd be like, all right, I can see, what you're going on with that. Okay. because the religious looking at it like, hey man, why you doing all that? That's not your girl, blah, blah, blah. Okay, sure. But this is my girl, and I can have sex with her, but I can't sleep next to her? I don't know. This one I'm going to just leave up to you guys. Why do you think, if you're religious, if you're a Christian, whatever, inform me, enlighten me a bit here. Why would he not be able to sleep next to his girlfriend, but he can have sex with her, he can drink, he can do all this other stuff? You guys let me know. You inform me, because personally, I don't know. Like I said, I gave my justification in the beginning. I was like, well, he ain't trying to hear all that baby making. You know what I mean? It's understandable. I'm in my own house. I want to feel comfortable. I don't want to hear, oh. You know what I mean? Like, no, I ain't trying to hear all that, man. You want to do that, go somewhere else or wait till we leave the house. But he's okay with that. So I don't know. Again, you guys, you let me know. You let me know what's up. On to our next one. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole disgusted by my wife for suggestive text messages? All right. So let's see. So 3 or so years ago, my wife of now 6 years left while on vacation to her hometown to meet up with a girlfriend of hers. She had talked this up for weeks as it was being planned ahead of time, so it was no big deal. When she got home, I had the kids in bed and we watched some TV before she fell asleep. That's when I saw some notifications on her cell phone from a one-letter contact. So I snooped and saw a text thread with some guy friends of hers from high school and pictures, selfies of them together at a bar that night with no other friends in sight. She flips out. If I have any girls from high school in my friends list on social media, mind you. I also found no messages on any other platform between her and her friend that she was supposed to meet up with that night. I eventually confronted her and she claimed that he just happened to be there and it was a group of them, but couldn't explain the lack of pictures or messages with anyone else. I also saw later messages there. He tried to smooth it over, inviting us to a barbecue, and her telling him it would be awkward to have her what might have been in the same place as her what is. Oh. Homeboy was just like, I mean, if you go, I wouldn't bring your mans because it might be a little awkward having me there because, I'm the what could have been. And I get it. He's the what is, but baby, we could have been. Don't you think? Ooh. Ooh, all right. Well, we moved past it and I hadn't seen any other signs or tells that it continued. Now, right before another vacation to the same hometown, a notification from Snapchat, oh man, messages between her and this friend, sultry photos where she wasn't naked, but it was suggestive that I have never seen while we were on a weekend trip in the room we're staying in. So my feelers went up. Bro, what? I take you on a weekend trip and you out here popping the titty to another man? Oh, come on. You out here popping the titty to another man. Come Girl. And I already told y'all about Snapchat. And if you're new around here, Snapchat is for cheaters. All right. If you got Snapchat, you're a cheater. All right. Get the fuck out of here. If you have Snapchat and you're in a relationship, you're a fucking cheater. And you will never convince me otherwise. Snapchat is the biggest cheating app ever, man. Aside from Instagram, probably. Because that's just, craziness. Now, on said trip, I found text messages where they were planning to meet up again when she was telling me she was going to see a girlfriend for dinner. He was calling it a date and wanted a chance to show her how much he cared and that she wouldn't just be another notch under his belt. Oh, man. She reacted to all his flirtations with hearts, yet seemed to have called off the meetup. Yet, I am doubtful it's over. So she did flake on him, but it's not looking good. She has been careful to try and hide these, but now I know and have no idea what to do. I am sickened by them. I feel disgusted and can't seem to bring myself to show hardly any affection or softness towards her. Am I the asshole for snooping when she has told me before to look that she has nothing to hide, yet accuses me constantly of hiding things on my phone, despite me allowing her to look and telling her my passcode? Am I the asshole for going completely cold towards her? I know, wrong thread, but am I overreacting? So, is he the asshole? I mean, look, I don't think you are, because it's like you guys in your relationship, according to that last sentence, you have a mutual agreement of like, if one or the other person feels like something is going on, then they say, hey, can I go through your phone, whatever the case may be. And he's like, here you go. And she goes through it and she finds nothing, even though she was accusing him of shit. But the one time that he goes through her phone, mind you, they have this agreement that if they feel like, hey, something's going on, can I go through your phone, blah, blah, blah. The moment he decides to do it, all of a sudden it's an issue. Why? Because she on the Snapchat. And what is she doing on Snapchat? She out here getting flirty. Man, she out here getting sexy, popping the titty for him and all that. Like, girl, like she ain't naked, but she out here popping the titty like, like, what are you doing? And then, you check some dates and you're like, wait a minute, wasn't we on our weekend trip? What are you doing? So, I don't know what, I think she's just kind of keeping this dude around, and it's just like, oh, well, if me and you happen to fall out or whatever, I got me a guy lying in the waiting's ready to go. And that's just what it seems like, because she's giving this dude just enough to stay interested, but not doing enough to actually cheat on her husband. Like she's just kind of like, she's got him on this little fishing rope, and it's just like once he gets close, then she reels it, but then he decides to walk away, so then she lowers it back down again, and he's like, oh, I got a chance again, and that's what it seems like she's doing, because she keeps doing all this flirty stuff, but then when homeboy is just like, hey, yo, come down to the barbecue, but don't bring your husband, she's like, no, I can't do that. And then, he's like, oh, let's kick it. I'm gonna show you what it's like, to be in the presence of your real man. And then, then she's just like, oh, I like that, that's sexy, but nah, I can't do it, something came up, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like, she's just keeping him right there. And I feel like she's doing that on purpose, just so that way, in the event homeboy is just like, nah, I'm Gucci, then she could just be like, cool then, I got me a dude lying in the wait, he ready to go. That's just what it seems like. Again, you let me know in the comments, is he overreacting? Is he asshole for going through her phone? What do you guys think? All right, on to our next one here. Wife cheating with a young gold digger. Huh. Okay. That's interesting. My wife and I have been together for 26 years. Woo! Never thought there was an issue until Christmas Day 2023 when she told me she didn't love me anymore and was done. Ooh, damn. Long story short, we went to counseling, separate appointments, because this is how the counselor works, separate. Then when ready together, my wife told me a few months later I was doing amazing, was the word she used. Then said I was stressing her out with being the way she wanted me to be. And I was rewarded with divorce papers because she wanted to know she was serious about being done. Wow. She changed you into the man that she didn't want to be with, is what I'm guessing at that. Like, you changed for her, but since you changed, she now looks at you as the guy that she doesn't recognize you. She's like, this is not the guy I fell in love with. You know what I mean? But you changed for her. And that's why you were rewarded with divorce papers, which, damn, that sucks. I find out that she's with a much younger guy, only 3 years older than her oldest son. I found out that he lives with mommy and daddy and owns nothing. We are quite well off, and I believe he is a gold digger. We just split the main items between us, so we now each have half. If she lets this loser into the house, she bought me out. Then 6 months he will own half due to common law. She's very obsessed with this guy to the point where she's starting to be neglectful with host home clients. We're still under the same roof until my house is built. That's why I'm aware of all this. I still care enough about her that I don't want her to get duped. I'm also well loved by her family, and I really care about all of them and don't want to see them lose what would eventually be their inheritance. Man, I let this bitch get played. What you mean? You out here doing what it takes to make her happy, and you get rewarded with divorce papers? I'd be Ray Charles to that relationship. I'd be like, psh, oh man, I didn't see this coming. Like, oh no, but psh, I didn't even see it. Damn, girl, that's crazy. You're like, nah, man. I don't think that's your responsibility anymore. Like, if this kid wants to come in and be a bum and, mooch off her and all that kind of stuff, and she wants she wants this guy, have him, baby. Have him. And then when this dude sucks you dry and you're not happy with him anymore, which is gonna be quick, mind you, because she's a very successful woman, I'm sure, and with him just ain't doing shit, she's gonna get sick of him real fast. You know what I mean? She can only tolerate that shit for so long. And I think it's a thing where it's the fact that it's in the honeymoon phase. It's brand new. It's exciting. It's fun. She doesn't really know him. She don't really, you know what I mean? And so once she actually gets to know him, once she actually gets to see the bullshit he's about, that's when she's going to be like, ugh, I need to get up out of this. And she's probably even going to regret divorcing you, because she's going to be like, damn, I had a dude who was a go-getter and this and that and da-da-da. I mean, she may look at it like, oh, I can get, a dude that's better than him or as equal to my ex-husband. But that's going to be tough for her. Why? Because she spent 26 years with you and then wasted, I don't know how much time she's going to waste with this guy. So it's like, you might age out of those guys. You know what I mean? And so, I think this young guy is making her feel excited and fun and young again. And watch, she's gonna get tired of his bullshit. She's gonna get tired of his bullshit real quick. The counselor tried to tell her about all the red flags she sees with this guy, but she won't listen. I know if I try to say anything, she will probably try to kick me out early. I feel she is disrespecting her whole family, especially her granddaughter, who is really close to her. She has put her in the middle, which really angers me. I don't know what to do. I don't see a way to get her to realize what's happening, or how to get or how to without breaking the law. Get this guy to go away. She'll never be able to bring him around the family. They will not accept him because of how young he is. They know she's fooling around, but not how old he is. But I do plan on sharing those details soon. I mean, look, brother, for me, I would be blind to all of this. When your house is built, you move on. You stay close to the family members of hers that want to stay close to you. I wouldn't force nothing, and just move on. She was the one that wasn't happy because she changed you into somebody that she doesn't want to be with. Clearly, she made that very obvious because you did all this change and then all of a sudden, bam, divorce papers. So we already know that that's a fact. That's not even just a maybe or a thought. No, she changed you into a man that she doesn't want to be with. And that was that. And I guarantee you, she's like, oh, well, he became a guy that I don't even recognize. I don't even know this guy. I fell in love with somebody else, blah, 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 blah. And this dude ain't gonna last long because, she's just in the honeymoon with this guy, and when she's gonna start to realize the realities of this dude, and once she realizes the realities of this dude, then she's gonna be like, damn. And I guarantee you, if she ain't listening to the red flags now, she ain't gonna listen to him later on either. You know what I mean? And then when she finally comes to, she's gonna be like, damn. And everybody's gonna be like, we told you. We tried to tell you. We saw it from a mile away. How you didn't see it from a mile away, I don't know. This young man's dick must have just been crazy, because that's the only thing I can see this dude offering you is some penis. That's it. I don't really see him offering anything else. Like, he mooching off of you, and he definitely ain't gonna get a job. Why would he? What's the point? He's like, shit, my bitch got all the money. We good, dog. We ain't got to do nothing. I'm driving her car. Like, psh. Hey, again, you let me know what you think, man. What should he do? Should he get involved with his ex-wife's situation, or should he just move on and say peace and chicken grease? I don't know. Again, you guys let me know. All right, this is gonna be our last. Well, yeah, this will be our last one for today. If this one goes by pretty quick, I'll go ahead and do another one, but we'll see. Am I the asshole for wanting to leave my newlywed wife because her brother wants to sleep with me and has talked about abusing me?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Okay, let's get into it. Pretty much what the title says. Me, 20 male, wife, 20 female, and I just got married a week ago after being together for 4 years, and I just recently moved into her apartment that she lives in with her brother, 22 male, after they moved out together from their parents' house. I thought moving in was going to be totally fine, and this marriage would be amazing, but turns out it's exactly opposite. Her brother constantly flirts with me, even within earshot of her, and talks about abusing me a lot, punching, slapping, biting, etc. It's gotten to the point where I've done research to figure out if I should get an annulment/divorce, but it seems a little out there right now. I'm just extremely scared to be in the same room as him. I mean, what the fuck, dude? Why aren't you telling your wife? I mean, are we missing something here? And mind you, that's the end of the story, okay? So there's no more. Like, usually, I'd be interjecting in the middle of the story, but no, that's it. That's all he wrote. My guy, talk to your wife and be like, yo, man, I'm about to whoop your brother's ass, man. What the fuck is he talking about? Because if I'm being honest with you, bro, we throwing hands. We throwing hands, son. I don't mind you being gay. I don't mind you doing your thing. Hey, you do your thing, and I'm going to do mine. But clearly, since I'm with your wife, I like coochie, my guy. You know what I mean? I ain't into the pussy like you are. That's cool if that's what you want to do. But don't be pushing that on me. And then talking about you trying to abuse me. Nah, bro, you about to get hands thrown, my guy. Hands thrown. And it ain't going to be no conversation. I'm throwing hands the moment you try to decide to bite me or punch me or slap me or whatever the fuck he's trying to do. We throwing hands, son. We throwing hands. Yeah, and it'd be a thing where it's like, I wouldn't divorce your girl over that. If I'm being real with you, I would just talk to her and try to move out. Being honest with you, try to get our own spot and be like, hey man, either he can take care of this place on his own or he's got to go back with moms and dads. That's that. Because if I'm being real with you, man, if I was the dude in that situation and he's over here talking about all that stuff, I'd let him know straight to his face, like, yo, bro, you ever try some of that abuse shit? We throwing hands. We throwing hands, bro. And it ain't gonna be no talking. We throwing hands immediately. like on the spot, throwing hands. Don't tempt me. We throwing hands, bro. And I tell my girl, like, hey, yo, your brother better watch his back, because if he tries to do any of this bullshit, I'm throwing hands with him. Swear to God, throwing hands. Like, nah, man. Hey, but like I said, I don't see this as a reason to like divorce. I think that's crazy. That's just way too much. Like, you guys just got married. This is your first hump in the relationship, and then it could be easily fixed by you going to work, save up some money, and you guys move out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see anything wrong with that. You save up some money, you move out, you do your thing. We're good. Fantastic. Everything is fine. You know, again, that's how I see it. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments. That one was pretty short, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys an extra one. We'll give you a bonus one just because I'm generous like that. I love you guys on this beautiful Sunday episode, and I'm probably uploading this extremely late, but it's all good. You guys probably aren't going to listen to this until Monday on your way to work, so it's all good. It's all good, you know. All right, our last scenario for today. Cheating boyfriend of 15 years. So my significant other, 15-year relationship, cheated on me when I was away for visiting family. When I was away, he was sending messages and ringing me to talk as if everything was normal. When I returned, he had sex with me and then told me that he wants to break up. Whoa, this man said I'm going to get me some coochie real quick and then break up with her. Wow, that's fucked up. After that, he kept seeing the woman he was together with. 10 days after breaking up, he came home to confess. Before confessing, he asked me if he could work out our relationship. After confession, I thought he was asking second chance. Considering my love for him for the last 15 years and being a spiritual person, I told him I would give him a second chance. He got excited about it, and he said that he was very happy with my decision as he wasn't expecting I would take him back. Okay, the ladies are going to have a real issue with this one. They're going to be like, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? I get it. 15 years in a relationship, that's a long time. I get it. But this man straight had sex with you. Then he broke up with you. Then he was with homegirl. And I'm guessing homegirl didn't want to be anything serious. I think it was just probably like a one night stand type thing, or, you know, she was just looking for some casual sex or a fun time. Homeboy was probably looking for a relationship. She didn't want a relationship. And so then he looked at it like, well, I'm going to go see if I can get my girl back. Like, I mean, the writing is on the walls. You know, like if she didn't see that, I don't know what is going on. All right. After taking him back, I found out that the level of deceit and lies. I had asked him to be open and honest, telling me the whole truth about the 1 month long cheating. Damn, it was a whole month. Woo! He told me some pieces of truth day by day. Then I noticed he was hiding and sugarcoating stuff that he was telling me. Some of the stuff was not telling at all, as he was claiming he was not telling at all, as he was claiming he has forgotten. I can't talk anymore. I can't talk anyone. Okay. I know about this matter. Oh, I guess she meant I can't talk to anyone about this matter that hurts me so badly. I'm confused with intrusive thoughts and sugar-coated answers. If someone asked my opinion about this story, I would tell that person to dump him before I experience this myself. Girl, come on, man. How are you going to be like, oh, if I was giving advice to somebody who was in my position, I would tell them to leave, but you're not leaving. So what the like, you cognitively understand that you should leave him, but you're not. So why? Okay. Since he came back, he is a changed man, as always. I wanted. I am writing this with him together. You can tell me and allow him your opinion. I need wisdom. Girl, come on. What are we doing here? I bet all the ladies in this that are listening to this right now, they're just like, girl, what is wrong with you? Like, what are we doing here? Like, this man cheated on you for a whole month. And I guarantee you, it's a thing where he had sex with your dumb ass. Then he broke up with you. Then he was with homegirl. Homegirl didn't want a serious relationship. He went back to your dumb ass. And then you ask him to explain what's going on. And then he gives you some half-ass sugar-coated bullshit excuse. And you just believe it. I get it. 15 years is a long time with one person. And I know that could be really hard to just say, oh, I'm just going to walk away from it. Fully understand that. I fully understand that. But you're out your mind if you don't think that he's not going to do this again. You are out your mind if you think that he's not going to do this again, because he is. And it may not be tomorrow, it may not be next month, it may not be next year, but there's going to come a time where he's going to do this bullshit again, where he is going to sit there and he is going to cheat on you with some girl. He's probably going to break up with you. Oh, girl, if she ain't about it or doesn't want a relationship or whatever the case may be, he's going to try to come back to you. And girl, I hope that you don't go back, because if you go back, oh my goodness, I get it. You don't want to feel like 15 years was wasted. You don't want to feel like, oh my God, I don't want to get out there and have to connect with somebody else. The dating scene sucks, so on and so forth. I get it, 100%. But girl, please don't do it. Don't do it. But that's going to go ahead and be the end of today's episode. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching on today's beautiful Sunday episode. I'm sure you guys are all listening to this on Monday on your way to work or you're at work. So if I'm being honest with you, and how do I know that? Analytics, baby. Analytics tell me a lot. I know when you guys watch, what times, all that kind of stuff. And it's all good. I do the same thing. I listen to podcasts at work all day long, because that's just what it is, baby. But that's going to go ahead and end today's episode. If you got this far in the episode, thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Thank you for all the support. Appreciate everything you guys have been doing. You guys have been super awesome with the support. Again, patreon.com/MyLifeStylePodcast. $3 a month gets you an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenarios like these people did to be featured on Tuesdays and Sunday episodes. Audio platforms. I always blank out on this part. Audio platforms. Keep downloading the podcast. It shows support. It shows that you guys are coming back every Tuesday, Thursday, as well as Sunday. It just shows support. If you haven't already, rate the podcast 5 stars so we can get new people on in here. If you want to support even more on the free 99 side of things, follow us on YouTube, TikTok, as well as Instagram, and that is it. All links are in the description. Again, if you're only looking for the Thursday episodes with the book, or you've never read Haunting Adeline, or maybe you just want a little change of pace, again, those links will be in the description. Okay, I got them for you. They're all there. I set it up, playlists, all the good stuff. Love you guys all. I will see you on Tuesday for some crazy shit, or another wacky thread, as well as some more crazy scenarios you guys have sent to me. But without further ado, I'll see you guys later. Peace.